Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. One person is in critical condition after an early morning shooting on Madison's east side. Officers responded to the 5,000 block of Camden Road after receiving calls about residents hearing 10 to 15 gunshots. When they arrived, police found one victim with a gunshot wound. They were transported to a local hospital. Officials say two other victims showed up to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities are processing one firearm found at the scene. One person is dead after a single-car crash in Houston this afternoon. Police received reports of a driver who was found unconscious near the intersection of County Highway E and State Highway 60. Witnesses told police the driver might have suffered from a medical event during that crash. Nobody else was in the car. A Springdale house is a total loss following a fire early this morning. Officials responded to the fire in the 2700 block of County Highway J around 4 o'clock. Authority says the residents of the home escaped safely with one of their dogs, but they don't know where the second dog is. The cause of that fire is under investigation. New Glarus first responders are asking the public to help a family after they lost everything in a house fire this afternoon. Everyone is safe, but the family needs clothes and other items. The fire was in the 5300 block of Spring Valley Road. What caused it is still under investigation. Clothing items for the family can be dropped off at the address at the bottom of your screen. The Wisconsin DNR is warning fire danger is high across the state this weekend due to gusty winds, low humidity, and very little rain. Burning is still suspended. That includes DNR-issued burning permits for debris piles, barrels, and grass or wooded areas. Officials are also asking people not to have campfires. The DNR is also pre-positioning equipment for rapid responses across the state. After a difficult and uncertain end to the semester, UW-Madison is celebrating the class of 2020 today virtually. The pre-recorded commencement ceremony launched on the UW's website today at noon.
Welcome, Badgers, to the 167th spring commencement of the University of Wisconsin at Madison. This ceremony is very different from the one we planned for. I had hoped to be celebrating with you in person, with your proud families and friends all in attendance. I promise you that once it's safe to gather in large crowds, we will mark this milestone with an in-person event here on campus to which you are all invited.
Today's ceremony featured remarks from Chancellor Blank, senior class officers, and keynote speaker James Patterson. It's the first time UW-Madison has held commencement virtually. More than 8,400 students are graduating today with bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degrees. Many students and families still out around campus taking photos today, but not able to take pictures with the Bucky statue by the Memorial Union Terrace. The terrace is blocking off the area around him and also having Buckley exemplifying good habits by wearing a mask. Tonight, the UW School of Business will salute 2020 graduates by covering Granger Hall in red lights with inspiring messages. The east side of Granger Hall will transform into a giant illuminated presentation, 4 stories high and more than 150 feet long. The graphics will feature the names of every School of Business graduate. The event will begin at sunset and continue throughout the night and can be watched on the School of Business's Facebook page. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. We got some sun today, but still a little chilly out there.
Yes, a little chilly outside, and we started the day off in quite a cold spot with some frost and freezing temperatures early this morning. Compared to this time yesterday, it's a 15-degree jump in Madison, so right now it's not too bad outside. We did have mostly sunny skies today. It is still clear outside, but tonight it's going to start to change, moving us into a new pattern for Sunday. Skies will become mostly cloudy overnight. Rain chances will develop late, so early Sunday morning we'll start to see some light showers. And we're expecting scattered showers throughout the day for Mother's Day. Temperatures won't be quite as cold for overnight lows, landing close to 40 degrees, but we won't really climb out of the 40s tomorrow, unfortunately. Might be a good idea to have some indoor plans for Mother's Day, but we'll take a closer look at your full forecast in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. The national restaurant industry is now asking Congress for targeted relief. This comes after 3 decades worth of jobs were lost just the last 2 months. Our Gabriela Becerra shares how local restaurants are getting creative to survive the COVID-19 pandemic.
Some of us are doing a lot more cooking at home these days, but if you're like me, you can't wait to dine in a restaurant again. One Madison restaurant is asking for an investment to make sure that they're still here when the pandemic is over.
I wanted something that reminded people that we were focused on reopening and the future and doing what we do.
Cadre on University is looking back at history to help foresee a future. They're selling restaurant bonds to customers who want to support their business.
Thinking about what war bonds meant to people, especially during World War II, and it was the idea that you invest in something you believe in, and that it's more than just loaning money. It's literally investing in the success of a thing.
Similar to gift cards, you buy one now and you use it later, but different in that you use it after it matures.
And it appreciates in value. So the ones that we've issued are worth 33% more. So $75 gets you a $100 gift certificate, essentially, at a set period of time.
This will help sustain the cash flow when the restaurant can reopen.
We assumed that if we did 100 bonds per month, then that would be $10,000 in liability, and we would be fine. Depending on when people come in to redeem them, $30,000 in liability becomes a little bit more difficult, so we wanted to extend that redemption date.
But for Cadre, it's also about filling the gap in the community by letting people know they're here for each other.
This project, it was a little bit different because we wanted folks to feel like they were making an investment. So it's very different than just a customer relationship or even a guest relationship. We wanted people to think of themselves as a patron of the restaurant.
It's investing in our future. It's agreeing to spend money with us, not in the moment of this crisis, but down the road.
If you're interested in fighting the good fight, Cadre bonds can be purchased on their website, cadrerestaurant.com. I'm Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
While the overall employment figures are bad, the losses in the food and drink business are particularly staggering. Restaurants and bars have 3 times the job losses of any other industry in America. Wisconsin health officials are now reporting more than 10,000 cases of COVID-19, but nearly half of those infected have recovered. The Wisconsin DHS says 7% of new cases today came back positive, a decrease of more than 1% since yesterday afternoon. As part of the governor's Badger Bounce Back plan, Wisconsin must see a significant downward trend in the percentage of positive cases over 14 consecutive days in order to reopen the state's economy. At least 398 people in Wisconsin have died from complications due to the virus, an increase of 14 since yesterday. Meanwhile, Governor Evers says the state's new decontamination system is now ready and available for use by the state's healthcare workers and fire and first responders. The system made by Battelle disinfects N95 respirators so they can be reused up to 20 times. Statewide, the system will be able to decontaminate up to 80,000 masks a day. A news release says Battelle services will be provided to Wisconsin healthcare organizations and professionals free of charge. Globally, the number of coronavirus cases has passed the 4 million mark. About 1/3 of the more than 77,000 reported U.S. coronavirus deaths have happened in New York State. But as CBS News' Danya Bacchus reports, the governor is addressing a new ailment in children that may be related to COVID-19.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo spoke about a mysterious illness that has now taken the lives of 3 children in the state.
Toddler elementary school children are presenting symptoms similar to Kawasaki disease or toxic shock-like syndrome.
Cuomo says the ailment affects children's blood vessels and potentially the heart. It does not appear to attack the respiratory system. But the state health department is studying 73 cases in which children with the syndrome have COVID-19 antibodies or test positive for the coronavirus.
This is the last thing that we need at this time with all that's going on.
New York, the nation's hardest hit state, has not started easing stay-at-home restrictions. The rules are set to expire Friday, with plans to gradually reopen businesses in some areas. Open Up Kansas protesters rallied near the State House in Topeka Saturday.
Every job is essential.
Governor Laura Kelly's phased reopening plan took effect on Monday. In parts of western Pennsylvania, retail businesses opened their doors on Friday, giving shoppers a chance to support local businesses.
They know you by name, they know your style, they know, so, I mean, it's important
just having that interaction.
In Tennessee, residents took advantage of this weekend's partial reopening of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And in Ocean City, Maryland, the chilly temperatures didn't deter dozens of people from lining up for boardwalk treats at the reopened beaches. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Governor Cuomo says the CDC has asked New York to develop national criteria for that mysterious illness affecting children. The FDA has granted its first emergency authorization to a new type of test that can detect the coronavirus. It's called an antigen test. It looks for protein fragments associated with the virus collected with a nasal swab. The FDA says it can produce results in minutes, but has a higher chance of a false negative than a regular test. Officials expect more antigen tests to be authorized in the coming weeks and to, quote, play a critical role in the fight against COVID-19. New tonight, CDC Director Robert Redfield will self-quarantine after being exposed to a person at the White House who tested positive. That's according to the Washington Post. Officials tell the Post Redfield will telework for the next 2 weeks. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, members of the Georgia community walk in memory of Ahmad Arbor, just days after 2 men are charged with his murder. And tonight on News 3 Now at 10, see how Verona Area High School is making sure students' hard work isn't going to waste during the pandemic while also helping families brighten their homes. That's tonight at 10.
It's time to freshen up around your yard. This year, don't struggle with bulky bags of mulch. Call JR.
JR's mulch sales, spread it around.
Managing type 2 diabetes? Dimitri's on it. Eating right and getting those steps in?
On it.
Dimitri thinks he's doing all he can to manage his type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But is his treatment doing enough to lower his heart risk?
Sorry.
Maybe not. Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At the Brothers Maine, we're on a mission to deliver more brands, more selection, and more savings on more appliances. See for yourself at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Hello. Rock and roll is alive forever. Love you.
Little Richard passed away this morning at the age of 87, one of the founding fathers of rock and roll. Little Richard influenced some of the biggest names in music, including Elvis Presley, Paul McCartney, and Mick Jagger. He was presented with the Lifetime Achievement Grammy in 1993, the same year he performed at President Bill Clinton's inauguration. Little Richard was best known for his hits Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally. Dozens of people in Georgia are demanding justice for Ahmad Arbor by walking today. Members of the Glenn County community gathered outside a South Georgia church this morning to honor him. The young black man was gunned down in February as he jogged through a predominantly white neighborhood. A white father and son were charged earlier this week with his murder.
It's incredibly important as a sympathizer because it's about the human race. And we have judicial laws and judicial systems that should be in place.
Yesterday would have been Arbery's 26th birthday. The Reverend who organized the demonstration says he's calling for the district attorney's resignation after the DA wrote to police saying he didn't believe the father and son should be charged with his murder. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, one day before Mother's Day, how a popular plant sale in Madison is finding a way to provide gifts safely. Plus, it's going to be pretty chilly again overnight. Dana has your full first warn forecast next.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
We're back.
We got Untitled food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Tonight is your last chance to get something for Mom before Mother's Day tomorrow, and one local farm made sure you could pick something up safely. The Troy Farm hosted its annual plant sale today with a lot of changes. Everyone working was wearing masks and gloves, while all shoppers and workers had to wash their hands before getting close to the plants. Organizers say they had plenty of pre-order sales this year, and that while they had to take extra precautions, there weren't really any other options.
Weren't any other alternatives. I think we're just trying to follow the practices of other, retail organizations and farmers market, and try to be as safe as possible.
Troy Farm is also limiting some summer programming in response to the pandemic. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. Hopefully plans survive the cold that we're feeling this weekend.
Yeah, I think the little ones might have had a bit of a rough time this morning. Right now we do have a pretty clear sky. A lot of sun coming through for us this afternoon. Now it's not going to be quite as cold tonight. Our temperatures will be dropping to about 40 degrees. Scattered showers will come in for Sunday and stay for much of the day on Mother's Day. So if you have any plans for Mother's Day, hopefully they can be moved inside. By the end of the week, we will be back close to the average. Temperatures will be creeping back to the mid to upper 60s. This area of low pressure is going to continue to move east as it builds in. We're going to have those rain showers in front of it throughout the day tomorrow. Behind it, we'll actually get a clearing sky. So Monday and Tuesday, we get back to mostly sunny conditions. Overnight, we're becoming mostly cloudy. Our rain chances are really going to hold off until after midnight. overnight, and as we get to tomorrow morning, they'll pick on up. Now, areas northwest of the Dells might see some light snowfall tomorrow early in the day. Otherwise, again, the scattered shower chances are really what we're expecting tomorrow. Skies stay cloudy. We don't get any clearing until early Monday, and then throughout the day on Monday, we will have mostly sunny skies. Monday, it'll be a little cool outside, but with the sun coming back through, it'll feel pretty decent outside with the sunshine. Looking ahead to the middle of May, our 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, not really leaning either way for whether we're going to have a big system come through or see a more dry spell. We're kind of in this middle patch, that middle slice where there's no big indicators for any big rain events coming through. But good news, our temperature trend not leaning so much on the chilly side now. We're actually expecting to see above average temperatures in the southeast. Madison and southern Wisconsin still in that area where we likely could be just a little close to average, but no big trend above or below. Tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the mid-40s. We'll see that early in the day, and then temperatures will hold pretty steady in the mid to low 40s throughout the afternoon. So it will be very chilly outside and a little breezy with our wind speeds picking up at night. So our frost chances will develop yet again Sunday night into Monday as temperatures will be close to freezing. Monday into Tuesday, yet again, we're close to freezing, so patchy frost is likely. And Tuesday into Wednesday, temperatures will be in the mid-30s for our overnight lows. So patchy frost is possible, especially north of Dane County. The second half of the week is going to bring along some rain and isolated thunderstorm chances for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but temperatures will steadily increase. By the end of the week, we'll be in the mid to upper 60s. And for next weekend and the following week, it seems likely that we'll be in the 70s overnight lows, finally getting out of the 30s also.
Yeah, that's what I was eyeing, those 70s. That's
yes.
the end there. That's pretty exciting.
Getting there, getting back there.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dana. The COVID-19 pandemic is having an effect on the finances of the UW athletics program. We'll show you how next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage. Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Hey, Shackleford! Shackleford? They replaced our old furnace with the new Carrier. You know, turn to the experts.
Shackleford fixed our AC with no surprises.
Are you guys talking about Shackleford? I trust those guys.
Did someone say Shackleford?
Shackleford. Schedule spring maintenance now.
Well, it's Mother's Day weekend. We'll have the latest headlines on how you can spend time with your mother, along with the latest updates on the coronavirus. Plus, chilly showers could be joining the picture. We'll have your full forecast Sunday morning at 6:30.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic is bringing financial challenges to the Wisconsin Athletic Department. And because of that, the school is planning to cut salaries and reduce hours to try and save some money. Those cuts will start on May 18th and will go through July 25th. 25 of the athletic department's top paid employees will be asked to take a voluntary 15% pay cut. That includes athletic director Barry Alvarez, head football coach Paul Christ, and men's basketball head coach Greg Gard. Now, their hours will stay the same, though. On top of that, about 350 people who work in the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development's WorkShare program will likely have to cut their hours by 20 or 50%. All of these efforts will save the department an estimated $2.8 million. Well, no summer baseball this year. The American Legion Department of Wisconsin has canceled its 2020 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, Wisconsin isn't alone. 24 other states across the country have done the same thing. In a statement today, Commissioner Roger Madison cited health concerns for the season. Anyone who has already paid registration fees will be refunded in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Well, the future of the NBA, on the other hand, a little less concrete. Commissioner Adam Silver had a call with players last night saying that if the season restarts, if or when that is, there will be no fans. That decision on restarting games could potentially not be made until June. And until there is a vaccine for coronavirus, there is a risk for the league overall. And it's a fluid situation because we will be living with the virus for the foreseeable future. So stay tuned for that. Well, speaking of a fluid situation, that is the case for the Summer Olympics that have already been postponed to 2021. A senior International Olympics official said today that there's no plan B for next year. In the instance that there isn't a vaccine by the time next summer rolls around, that official said there's no backup plan. But he said he's confident that it could be one of the greatest games ever because it will help Japan's economy and a resurgence of spirits after a time of chaos worldwide.
I want to help you guys out. Speaking of help, Mission Tigers, we're going to donate $200,000 to you guys. We're going to build a new court for you guys.
That, of course, is Shaq and Candace Parker. The two of them surprised a group of middle school basketball players at Philadelphia's Young Scholars Charter School yesterday at the end of their end of year school Zoom meeting, rather. That $200,000 donation will be used to build a new court, buy new equipment, and uniforms. Amanda, the best part, I feel like, is the kids' expressions. They were so excited and so happy, like, it's Shaq and Candace Parker. It's an awesome thing to see.
Shocked. It's so good to see all these good things. I mean, a lot of athletes are sitting at home and coming up with great ideas to help people.
Yep, it's awesome.
Thank you so much, Melissa. All right, let's take one more look at weather.
So we are expecting a bit of a cool and breezy and rainy Mother's Day, unfortunately. Tomorrow we'll see temperatures in the mid-40s in the morning, and then temperatures are going to hold pretty steady in the mid-40s throughout the day. Frost will be likely at night, patchy frost again on Monday and again on Tuesday. By the end of the week, we'll finally see our temperatures climb into the 60s for afternoon highs with some rain chances building back.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.